Yeah, it was fun to get out here. It was fun to see the enthusiasm, and they flew around pretty good. Got a long way to go, but they seemed excited, and I thought the effort was decent.
You talk about the importance of atmosphere and intensity that you kind of bring to practices.
Yeah, we're trying to just, have enthusiasm. It's a privilege to be on this team and be a part of Texas Tech University's football team, and we're trying to make that a point to these guys. So they better come out here and be fired up to go each and every day.
After everything that's happened in the offseason, talk about how nice it was to just get out here and coach and play football.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I got in the business, to be around these kids out here on the field. So definitely a relief. Felt like a weight was lifted on my shoulders to get out here actually and start coaching again.
How are you guys going to handle the numbers on the O-line?
It's a good question. We're still working through that. It's pretty dicey out there right now, but that's why we signed that class we signed. Five big guys, solid guys that we think are going to have to step in immediately and contribute.
Tell me about Raven Clark. What's your impression of him, and where do you plan to use him?
Yeah, right now he's a left tackle. I mean, he's got all the physical tools to be as good as he wants. We recruited him hard when I was at University of Houston, coming out of Rockdale, and he's a stud. So if he'll keep working, I think the sky's the limit.
You had pushed us back a little bit in terms of starting spring because you said you wanted guys to get in the weight room and start working on that. How these guys kind of look from that standpoint with you?
Not bad. Until they get out here in our tempo and our pace that we go, you can't really prepare for it. But it was more the mental stuff than anything. We wanted to get out here and actually be able to execute some plays, and I think it paid off. It seemed like they had a decent grasp of what we're trying to do.
For you personally, how much fun was today to be back here and be the head coach?
It was fun. It was fun. I mean, it's a great staff. All these guys were fired up to be out here, and they bring a lot of energy, and they love being around these kids, so it makes a difference.
Playing music is something new. Can you talk about just the decision to bring that out there?
Yeah, Coach Sullivan and I started that at University of Houston and went 13-1, I think, that year, and it worked last year, so we're going to keep it going. But, the coaches enjoy it, kids enjoy it. Instead of just the dull monotony of a hot summer day, you get some music, and it can get people going. So, we like it.
Is that something we're going to see through spring and
Oh, yeah.
summer?
Unless they shut it down because the center has noise complaints. I don't know. But, yeah, that'll be a staple here.
Is the playlist your call?
It has been so far, but we're going to start mixing it up. We had some requests for some country, so have to step up.
Keeping the team loose, is that pretty much kind of the reason behind the music, and is that a staple of a Kingsbury team, just keeping them loose like that?
We want them to have fun, and they're not getting paid yet like pros, so it's important to me that they have fun, and fun and goofing around and laughing. Fun's executing well and coming off the field knowing you are the best player you could be after that day. So that's all part of it. We want them to be loose. We want to be excited when they play the game.
You're replacing two great safeties. Just talk about the race there and what's going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's some guys who have to step up, and once again, we signed some bodies. I think 5 defensive backs in this class, and some of those guys are going to have to come in and play right away. But we're excited about the young guys we have. Some guys are stepping up, and somebody this spring will step up and show us they can do it.
What's your plan for the quarterbacks this spring?
We'll rotate them through. We'll kind of get a 4-man rotation here for a while, but it won't be too long before we start pushing 2 guys with most of the reps.
Do you want to have a starter by the end of the spring? Will that go into the fall?
We'll see. I mean, if one guy really separates himself. Last year, at A&M, it didn't happen, and we went through the summer, and it worked out for us okay, I'd say. So we'll see how it works out here. But they're all trying really hard. They've all studied hard, so I was proud of their effort today.
Who are the main guys you're working with at safety right now?
All of them. Austin Stewart's a young guy. Trey Porter is a guy they moved around, kind of played nickel last year. He's more a safety. Keenan Ward's back there. So we'll just see. The numbers there are about like the O-line. There's not many bodies, and so young guys are going to have to step up.
Which spot do you have J.J. Gaines in?
He's one of the safeties. Yeah, he's back there, one of the safeties, and one of the young guys that we're interested to see how he comes along this spring.
Talk about what a luxury is coming back and having so many guys in the skill positions that produce so well for this team.
Yeah, that's nice. There's some really good skilled players on this offense, and guys that have made a lot of big plays here, and hard-working guys. Eric Ward and Jason Marr, you watch them at practice, and every rep they go full speed, and you watch them in the games, and they block hard, they run the routes hard, so that's good for the young guys to see.
DeAndre Washington's finally back from that knee injury and going to be using eligibility this year. What has he shown you so far?
He's quick, he's a quick kid. In our offense, I think you get him in space, and he can make people miss, and that's good in this spread, so we're excited about his future.